Hi there, everybody, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Today we'll be editing this waterfall I took last June in Iceland. The conditions were not that great, but I'll try and make it the best of this image with my editing skills. So let's dive into it. I'm gonna start by cropping the image, something like that. I'm gonna position the waterfall in the middle of the frame. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna reduce the size a bit so I can work on it much more freely. Next, I'll be changing the profile to Adobe Landscape, which will be increasing the greens. And then I'm gonna reduce the highlights globally, increase shadows to bring out some more details. Okay, I'm gonna hold the Alt key while sliding the whites so as to not get any clippings in the highlights. Gonna do the same for the blacks. Okay, I'm gonna increase slightly color contrast. Alright, not too much, around 20, 18. Okay, next I'm gonna choose the white balance with the white balance picker. Gonna pick a neutral color. Now try somewhere else. Somewhere here. Okay, not much difference, but I'll leave it like that. I'll increase the tint just a bit. The vibrance and saturation, I'll leave it how they are, and I go down to the calibration tab and tweak up the primary blues. I go all the way to the top. It's too much. The greens really increase. I usually go around halfway. If you move the slider up and down, you can really tell the difference. You just gotta pick that sweet spot. Gonna toggle between the on and off. Try again. Around 40, 39. Okay. Next, over to the optics. I've already ticked them, so I don't need to bother about that. Heading over to the details. I usually reduce the radius all the way down, and the detail just around halfway. gonna hold down the Alt key and move the masking slider. And like I said in a previous video, where you have the whites showing, that will be the sharpening. Okay, I'm gonna increase slightly sharpening again up to 60. So that's enough for the global settings. And I'm gonna do some local adjustments. Start off with the the linear gradient. Gonna go down to the middle. I'm gonna show you a small tip. If you click on these three buttons, you can use the intersect mask, which I'll be using select sky, and it will just pick the sky and not include these hills or mountains at the back. I'm going to reduce the exposure. Okay, increase slightly the contrast. Okay, try the highlights. This is just affecting the sky. Okay. I'm gonna put some texture in the clouds. First I go all the way to the top. You can see the difference in this area here. Don't want to go too much. Something like that. A bit of dehaze around there. Okay, now I'm gonna choose another linear gradient for the sky as well. I'm gonna start from the middle, just cover the top part of the sky. Once again, I'm gonna intersect this mask with the sky. Okay, and just reduce the exposure. Okay. Next, I'm gonna create another linear gradient for the foreground. Okay, gonna reduce the exposure. The main point is the waterfall, the main subject, so I gotta make that stand out. Alright, next I'll be using the radial gradient, just gonna cover the waterfall. I'm gonna slightly increase the exposure around 25. I'm gonna increase the texture. I'm gonna boost it all the way to the top. You can see the water, you can see the detail. It's too much. Okay, around 34. Alright, a bit of clarity, not too much, just around 5. Okay, now I'm gonna do another radial gradient on the exact spot here. Just to boost the center bit up some more. But now I'm gonna invert the mask. Okay, open it up a bit more. Now I'm gonna reduce the exposure. We'll be creating a slight vignette, not too much. Okay. Gonna go back out of the masking. I'm gonna slightly increase the exposure. Now I'll be taking the image over to Photoshop. Okay, we're in Photoshop. I'm gonna duplicate the background just in case I make a mistake. Now I'm gonna take it over to Color Effects Pro, one of my plugins, opened up in Color Effects Pro 4. On the top right corner I've opened the Pro Contrast. Gonna increase the slider, the dynamic contrast. It makes quite a difference, but you have to be careful with the slider not to increase too much. We just want a subtle effect. Okay, I'm gonna add another filter and check out the glamour glow. Maybe one of these filters I can apply to it. Checking each one by one. No, I prefer without the filter. Gonna go back a bit and I'm gonna try the detail extractor. This is another setting you have to be careful with. It's really increased all the details, but I usually dial it all the way down and just increase it to around 10. I can check the on and off. I'm gonna dial it down just a bit more. Okay, should be enough. I'm gonna take it back over to Photoshop. Okay, It's just preparing the image, scaling the image, processing, and it's gonna save it. Okay, my computer's a bit slow. I need to upgrade it. Now you can see the difference. You have more details in the clouds. Okay. Now I think I'm gonna take it back over. I'm gonna flatten the image first and take it back over to Adobe Camera Raw again. Reduce it, and I'll be giving it where did it go? Okay, the effects, I'll be giving it a slight vignette. If you put the feather all the way up to the top, 100, you can easily makes it so much better. Okay, should be okay. I think I need to go over to the color mixer and just reduce around this area, the blues. Let me try the purples. No. Just gonna reduce the blues a bit. Okay, that's great. Now we need to remove all these people here, which I prefer to do in Photoshop. Okay, we're back again, making another copy. And for this, I'll be using the erase. Okay. Okay, it's one person. It's another one. Okay, this guy here. Gonna leave it like that. And that's it. Okay, and I'm gonna use my other plugin, Lumenzia, for some dodging and burning, and then we should be finished. Okay, I'm gonna increase the flow all the way and reduce the opacity around 23. Gonna darken slightly here. Okay, around here. All right, a bit here, around here. Now I'm gonna lighten a bit more the grass here. I'm gonna reduce it a bit more. Okay. These grasses here. These rocks. A bit up here and here. Trying to keep it realistic. Okay, here. Okay. Now I'm gonna flatten the image once more. Okay. And we should be ready. This is the final image, and I'll be showing you the before and afters, and you'll see what a big difference when you shoot in RAW. You get much more detail shooting in RAW than shooting straight JPEGs. Well, thanks for watching my video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and wait a few more seconds and you'll be seeing the before and after. Thanks a lot, and enjoy your Christmas holidays.